Hi everyone, and welcome to the summer 2021 6-week version of mobile app software development at Valencia. I'll be your instructor, Dr. Lisa Macon, and I just wanted to share a few thoughts with you before you start going through all of the material in the course. This is going to be a highly compressed course. Normally in a spring or a fall, we'd have 15 to 16 weeks to cover the material. In a full summer term, we would have 12 weeks to cover the material. And this summer, we're going to be covering all of the same amount of material in just 6 weeks. The reason being, I am going to be off for the second half of the summer, and I'm the only person at Valencia who teaches this class. So a few of you definitely wanted to get it in this summer, so we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. So that's kind of I wouldn't call it bad news, but that's kind of like the rough news. Here's the good news. We've made a lot of changes to the course since the last time we ran it, which was just this past spring that ended a week ago. Up through the spring of 2021, we've been teaching the course in two parts, and the first half would cover Android development using Kotlin as the language, and the second half would do iOS development using Swift as the language. And the hard part of all that was, in order to do the Swift development, you had to rent a Mac or rent a virtual Mac machine, or some people had a Mac or decided to buy a Mac. However, I've been keeping my eye on the industry for the past year or two. There's been a highly concerted movement towards single language development for creating native apps for both Android and iOS. And so I have redesigned the course in the past 2 days, just sat at my computer and created it from scratch. And instead of learning Kotlin and Swift, we are going to be using a Flutter SDK that you're going to put into either Visual Studio Code or Android Studio, whatever's your preference, and I encourage you to try both and see what you like better. And no Mac is going to be required in order to create iOS apps, because using Flutter, you can actually develop apps that will then compile into native language versions for both Android and iOS. It's the coolest thing, and I'm really excited to try this out with you all this summer. So all of that being said, I have a couple of caveats and things I want you to watch out for. I redesigned the course and I have proofread it. However, the chances that I've made little errors here and there are pretty high. So I'm going to be looking to all of you as my awesome advanced bachelor students to be on the lookout for things that just don't look right. If a link to part of a video is wrong, let me know. If a quiz question is wrong, because I had to convert all the quizzes from the Kotlin and Swift quizzes into the Flutter and Dart quizzes. By the way, Dart is the name of the language that we'll be using to develop using Flutter. So I may have missed one accidentally and not seen it on my read through. So if you see any issues like that, if you're taking a quiz and something just doesn't seem right, or you're sure you have the right answer, but Canvas is marking your answer incorrect, please don't panic. Just reach out to me and we'll work through these things together. So because this course is definitely like a beta at this point, and you are all my beta testers, it's going to be very easy to be highly successful in this class by just putting in the time to doing the work. There are no tricks. I'm not trying to trip anybody up. And if I've assigned too much work and we all agree with that as a group, then we'll back off on the amount of work assigned. I'm hoping what I've done is appropriate. I do have 23 years of experience teaching programming classes, so I have a pretty good gauge on what can and can't be done in a certain amount of time. However, I'm just a human being, so I may be wrong about that. So let's all work together on it, and hopefully this will be a really great experience for you. And at the end of the semester, we'll have quality assured a really great course for students in the fall. The other thing I wanted to mention, and I would say this to you even if you were in a 16-week spring class covering the same amount of material. There is only so much we can do in any allotment of time. So while I think the crash course we're doing here is going to set you up really well to do some pretty interesting apps for Android and iOS using Flutter and Dart, of course there's always more to learn. So please be sure after this course, if this is something you're interested in possibly pursuing professionally, that you seek out other Flutter and Dart tutorials. There are so many of them available on YouTube that do a much deeper dive into some of the topics we're going to go over quickly. So as always, with any course at the bachelor's level, we'll cover what we can cover in the amount of time we have. Please keep learning. If you need help with that, if you have questions at any time, do not hesitate to reach out. Those of you who've had me in other classes know I'm pretty approachable. I'm available to you guys. I mean, you can reach out to me 24/7. If I'm not available to respond, I'll respond as soon as I can. So don't hesitate to email me anytime, and you'll be, I think, surprised at how quickly I get back to you, unless it's like 3 a.m. You might have to wait till 8 or 9 a.m. So I think that's all I have to say for this quick video. I look forward to working with you all. It's going to be a wild ride, and I think we're all going to have a great time, and I will see you in Canvas. Take care. Bye.